to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue. And tonight we're bringing you the AEW Dynamite wrap-up. And Focus is dancing. And if you're wondering why,
he's happy today.
We're straight into the first segment, and it lacked Angelico dancing.
Yep.
No
First of all,
two entrances on this Dynamite.
TH2, their best part of the whole gimmick is the entrance when Angelico dances, and then Jack Evans does his break dancing in the middle of the ring. That's non-debatable. You cannot have them come out and not have them do their entrance.
For real,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, they're treating them like unknown jobbers, and this is about the second or third time in a row that they're on Dynamite, and they're just
put some respect.
They're just in the ring. They have no proper entrance, but the guys who did have a proper entrance, who they were fighting in this match, Hangman Adam Page and Matt Hardy. So let's unpack this.
Money Matt.
This was a good start to Dynamite, I gotta admit. But I do have a few bars for the ending. But before we get to that, like, what do you guys think about the actual match between the two? Well, it
was great. Let's talk about this. This is if it wasn't for this match, I would have rated this Dynamite a very low Dynamite, because there's a lot of bullshit that we're gonna talk about later. But this match right here, you have the star power of Big Money Matt and his technical ability. Then you have Hangman Page, which is a rising star. We're looking great on paper so far. Then you have the Mexican submission specialist, Angelico. Okay, looks even better. Then you got a high flying specialist with Jack Evans. So on paper, it looks like a great match. When you watch it, it's a great match. It's just that the beginning is missing something.
It's a three. Let me guess. It's a three count automatically.
Facts.
Automatic three.
It's an automatic three if you don't have Angelico dance.
If you're gonna try to cut corners on time, make sure
this is not the way.
Get their entrance.
Not
somewhere else.
Word. You do that to jobbers. You don't do that to signed veterans who've been in the wrestling game for like 15 plus years.
For real.
Like, I remember seeing Jack Evans when I was in high school on Wrestling Society X, bro. Like,
wow, throwback wrestling.
And you guys are
tables, ladders, and cervezas.
Tables, ladders, and cervezas.
Yo, throwback wrestling promotion. Wow.
You know what? We're gonna have to cover that whole Wrestling Society X in a flashback episode. Yeah. But yo, you can't be doing this, especially since Angelico's one of your best technical workers in the whole thing. You guys don't have Zack Sabre Jr. You guys have Angelico, and you guys should be acting like he is Zack Sabre Jr. because.
But the thing is, we know that. To the casual viewer, AEW hasn't done anything for TH2 to make them legitimate.
Nah.
Make them feel like
not even one thing.
These guys might be next, or we might actually buy into the fact that they might win this match.
Yeah.
They have no reason. We have no reason, like you said, on paper, that the what we know, their history, we shouldn't even be questioning if they have the ability to pull off this win.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, we're really looking at them at like all their jobbers, Matt and Matt Hangman got this, and we really shouldn't.
Yeah.
Jack Evans is an innovator of high flying cruiserweight wrestling. Period.
Real.
check his highlights, bro. They do need to put some respect. They really
check
do need to put some respect.
Check Angelico. Check Lucha Underground. Check Wrestling Society X. Like, yo, their resume is stacked, and to not have them come out to their entrance, like, yo, bro, they don't even take that long. It's literally 15 seconds just to do their entrance. They just dance for a little bit, you know.
But we can have
Jack Evans does the
you know what?
spinner Rooney, and that's it.
I'm gonna tell you exactly where we could have cut this time, and added the entrance. But I'll tell you when we get to it. I might sound like an asshole, but I'll tell you when we get to it. With that being said, the end of the match, Hangman Page and Matt obviously pulled off the win. Matt Hardy put Twist of Fate on I forgot which one was it. Let me see.
It was Jack.
I think it was Angelico.
Could be wrong,
I think. Oh wait! But before that even happens, Hangman Page powerbomb both of them. He powerbombed Angelico first, and then he powerbombed Jack Evans on Angelico.
On top of him, yeah, that was
yeah.
And that looked like a dangerous spot because afterwards, Angelico, I mean, Jack Evans wasn't doing his normal spots usual. It looked like he was kind of dazed and confused on what was actually going on.
Oh yeah,
he was just doing it
if he had a concussion.
Yeah, because he was basically going on instinct by then. Like, oh, this Angelico's right there. He's setting this up, so let me just do this. Because it doesn't seem like he knew exactly what's going on at all. Like it seemed like he was dazed, confused, and everything.
Actually, right after that spot you're talking about, that it looked like he got concussed. They did a spot where they held his foot and flipped him and did a splash. So if he was concussed or he was like dazed in that moment, yo, big ups, because how many people are gonna do those type of moves after impact like that?
And
that's instinct.
And he botched like a Phoenix splash from the corner, like he missed it by like a little bit.
Like, but that was after that power bomb though.
Yeah,
he still almost did it though.
Yeah, he still almost caught it, but he was just a little bit short. But still, even with a concussion, just to even attempt that shit, yo, you get more props. You feel me? Like, but at least he's good. Like, he was able to walk out. Like, I saw the doctor did check on him a little bit after the match, but I think he was able to get up and go to the back himself. So that's good signs that he should be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
I don't think he really fucked himself.
As far as like Hangman, yo, he was pulling out like moves that you forgot he could even fucking do.
Yeah.
Like I think he did with like a Phoenix splash or something like that. It's like, yo, when the fuck did Hangman pull out these kind of moves? You forget that he, you know, he has them high flying ability. I think they need to kind of dip back into that well and show Hangman, you know, his full move set. I think they kind of drifted too much into that cowboy brawler aspect, like roughneck attitude, and like a Stone Cold Light.
Yeah.
I think they need to drift back into like his technicality, his you know, acrobatic style too, because Hangman, you know, I remember what was it? The final pay-per-view in Ring of Honor of the year. Forgot the name of it. But we saw him there. He was doing shit, flips off the fucking top turnbuckle to the outside. So, you know,
remember when they were all still in Ring of Honor and Hangman was kidnapped by Stooges, and the Young Bucks and him had a trio tag team match, championship match against I think it was the Kingdom, and then Hangman came out handcuffed and he did a moonsault while he was handcuffed.
I don't remember that, but that just goes to show the fucking ability he got though.
Like, he's dope.
I don't remember that exact spot, but
he's young. He's like, what, 24, 25? He's still in his prime.
He was doing a lot more in his Ring of Honor run, for sure. He was doing a lot more acrobatic stuff.
He got like his future's going to be dope. He's going to be a champion soon. You know what I mean? Sooner than later.
I hope his path is a little bit different than going straight to the World Heavyweight Championship.
I think he's going to, but you know.
I want him to make a pit stop at the Dark Order headquarters. And speaking of the Dark Order headquarters, the end of the match, we see Matt Hardy grab the mic And if you were paying attention to last week, he rolled up on Hangman while he was at a bar drinking and thought that he got him to sign a contract, drunkenly. When he turned around to the camera, Hangman pulled out some papers from his jacket and had Matt sign those paperwork. So Matt, gets on the mic and he's telling him, you owe me 30%. He's been getting all these other stars with that 30% money Matt gimmick. And what I did like, Hangman goes, well, an old friend told me to always keep some papers in your jacket just in case. So good nod to Brody Lee, rest in peace. And he ends up signing a contract that gives them a match at Revolution. The asterisk on the match is that Matt loses, he will have to give up his full earnings for the last quarter of the year. Okay, cool. That was a cool swerve. I like the story of that, but this is where I have bars. So the guy who's been actively seeking to fuck you over, manipulate you, steal your money, you finally manipulate him, you get him in a match to beat his ass, and you get him to legally sign over his earnings and his lawyers, and he signed it already. Now, how the fuck do you now allow him to tell you you're an honorable man? If I win, I get your earnings, and you fucking agree?
Yeah.
What hustler, what person in the history of business
would have said yeah to that?
Would have said yeah to that?
Yeah.
Somebody who knows for sure they're gonna win.
That was stupid, bro. He has private party or whatever the fuck kind of party they're in nowadays.
Oh yeah, well, Hangman has a couple of friends of his damn self.
If he joins them, that's what I'm saying. I hope he makes a pit stop at Dark Order HQ. But I felt that was stupid. Unless that's the direction it goes, and it's a part of the Dark Order and him becoming that, together becoming that faction with him included. Okay, yeah, but still, who makes that fucking decision after you've already signed that? Even if I got a guaranteed victory, or I know my boys got my back, bro, I already got the paperwork.
Wow. Oh.
Your lawyer signed off on this. Yeah, I didn't even have to pay lawyers for this.
I didn't even think of none of that. I thought it was like, all right, whatever. I saw this coming. So it's gonna be a match eventually. So
I see where focus is coming from when you say, he probably got a guaranteed win if he's gonna bring out the Dark Order guys, but that was just stupid. The moment
that's just how confident he is. He's confident that he's gonna win just based on his ability. But even if Matt Hardy brings out Private Party, well, guess what? I got Evil Uno, I got Stu Grayson, I got Johnny Hungy, I got Alex Reynolds, I got Alan Angels, I got Preston Vance, and if Rebby Hardy wants to get involved, we got Anna Jay right here in the anti Conti.
No, I get that, but
if Wolfgang
anything can happen,
and if Wolfgang comes up, you better believe -1 is gonna get him.
But I get all that. But another thing, and this is probably me critiquing, I don't know, you guys let me know, but if Hangman already knew he manipulated Matt, it's giving the contract and signing the contract. Then he got the mascot for the Jacksonville Jaguars to present Matt the actual contract that he signed. How is Private Party in there? How is the guy from Private Party in there handing him the paperwork that he knew?
He probably beat him up after Hangman gave him the paper.
Maybe. I feel like they should have showed that if that's the case.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
On
BTE.
Hopefully they show that
because they don't explain things on Dynamite. They have to explain it the next episode.
Yeah. So hopefully that happens. I was like, if he's presenting it and he's a part of his scheme, then They end up beating up Hangman Page, and then the Dark Order comes to rally, and they ended up, clearing Matt and Private Party out. They were missing Quinn, noticeably missing Quinn. I don't know if there's a storyline I missed or something like that, or if he's hurt.
He didn't want to be. He didn't want to be in the ring for just a minute.
That was good. But yeah, he was not. Quinn was noticeably missing, but we have a money match, and this is set for Revolution coming up. So, what do you guys final thoughts on that segment, the match, and that whole situation?
It was good. I thought the match was decent. The Money Matt being the snake, every time that Hangman would get the advantage, he fucking would tag himself in and do some petty shit. But typical, like we've seen this before, so I'm not stressing it too much. I didn't think about it the way you thought about it. Like I wasn't thinking that deep into it. I thought I saw the end game was gonna get them two in a match eventually. So
yeah, the moment he had the paperwork, he Focus
was
speculated
So
on what it was. Focus idea was actually pretty dope. Like, what if the contract had Private Party, like the contracts for Private Party included, which I thought would have been a good swerve to get him out the situation. But I think Private Party is actually enjoying their little heel turn, and honestly, it's a breath of fresh air because I've been so down on Private Party, and those are my Brooklyn boys, and I should be cheering for them, but I rather them heel.
I give it a 7, all around 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the matchup, I'll give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, I'm not tripping.
Decent. And overall segment, yeah, 7.5. That's pretty good. What about you, Focus?
I'll give it like a 6.5. That last powerbomb to Jack Evans really messed up the ending of the match and everything, and a little of the inconsistencies with the storylines and plot holes and everything. It's kind of hard to get past all of that.
I feel you.
Yeah. So, all right, let's move on to the next segment.
Back, you got Focus down. Bring the entrance back.
All right.
I mean,
so the next segment has Alex Marvez interviewing Inner Circle minus Sammy Guevara. They go over the fact that Sammy finally quit the Inner Circle last week to massive cheers from Kayfabe Avenue. And we have the segment with Chris Jericho, talking about Sammy and the whole situation. And he pretty much said, fuck Sammy. In other words, fuck Sammy. I don't want to hear his name after this. He left us. But he was noticeably checking MJF, like, this is your fault. You, like, if you've been watching, if people go back and watch, it's been you antagonizing Sammy. And he, a few times during this promo, he told MJF to shut his mouth after MJF started, trying to hijack the situation. So,
look like Jericho getting sick of his bullshit.
Yeah, Jericho, finally checking him on his shit. I think it's a little too late as far as starting to check MJF on his bullshit, especially if he's gonna fall in line as an Inner Circle member.
Yeah,
it's too little, too late. But pretty much wants to move on from Sammy Guevara. Jericho's obviously hurt behind that. Then they focus on the fact that Proud and Powerful, my Rican brothers, finally get an opportunity at the AEW Tag Team Championships. And this has been a big sore point for me because these guys are amazing talents. And the fact that Jericho and Sammy Guevara a few weeks ago hit this on the head when he said Jericho's a tag team whore.
Yeah.
Why do we have 3 different tag teams formed in the Inner Circle and you're completely overlooking the prominent tag team
in the Inner Circle? That's the only tag team that's legitimate in there. Everybody else is single stars just put together on some bullshit. So points on Sammy, you know what I mean? That's he said facts there. I'm just happy I got a question though. Like, did they wrestle them before? Because remember their debut, right? their debut. That was the team that attacked the Young Bucks, and they attacked
There was no
There was no
AEW
tag team.
titles. There was no AEW titles in existence yet.
but they had the match already, right? All right.
Yeah.
That was the first major feud when AEW started.
I know. I
This
was
is this is their first title shot.
In a
No,
year plus.
Yeah, but no build up, no story going into it. Just like I don't like that. Still, I
So
still
the
don't.
story going into it is the fact that MJF and Jericho
They
have
the
a tag team
legitimate number one
championship
contender.
match
Yeah,
against the Young Bucks at Revolution.
we know that, but it's like
So somehow they decided Proud and Powerful would get an opportunity against them.
that's not a fucking story. That's just a random.
It's stupid to me.
Yeah, me too, bro. Like that's not a fucking story. Like what's the story? That don't make sense.
Pride and Powerful, they need to do the Sammy Guevara and they need to split from the group. They need to take Sammy's advice from Sammy's vlog and well, not advice, but realize what Sammy was telling them on Sammy's vlog. They pretty much stopped Sammy, like, hey, like, you know what's going on after he quit. The only people to actually
check on him was
check on Sammy. So that's a good key to this story, and I hope that's a thread they pull on, so we could get we could get Pride and Powerful out of the inner circle. But he told them it's been a year plus. You're not even the tag team in the inner circle. Haven't you realized this? And Santana's like, you heard what he just said? Like, so the one thing I did pull from this segment was the fact that Jericho seemed like he is returned to form as far as his attitude. That early inner circle Jericho, where he was straight business, I missed that. I really missed that, and it felt like this was the start to go back to that kind of Jericho, that kind of inner circle. If this storyline was just to get Sammy to branch off and do his own thing as a face, okay, but now I need you to double down and go full fucking heel, full inner circle, full domination. You know, it needs to be Bullet Club or whatever that big group that's happening on the top of the card. It needs to be them versus the inner circle because it's not working anymore. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it's for me, it's not working anymore. Inner circle gets into a feud with Orange Cassidy. Where the fuck is Orange Cassidy now? Bottom of the card. A bullshit attachment to this bullshit hero best friend storyline.
Let's not talk about Orange Cassidy until we get to his match.
You know what? Let's take a quick break. But let's put a pin on this. Let's take a quick break.
Why everybody mad, yo? Why y'all mad today?
Yeah,
up, guys.
Right? I'm telling you, it's because they didn't give TH2 the fucking entrance.
No, it's because
before I forget too, not to cut y'all off, I want to give a shout out to Conan though. Like I just saw the the updates. I saw the news today. He's hospitalized. They saying it's COVID or kidney failure. That like they still doesn't have, but it's definitely confirmed he's hospitalized right now. And he's not doing too well. So praise to Conan and his family. I just wanted to say that real quick.
Yeah, so shouts out to Conan. You know,
what I mean?
you're in our thoughts and our prayers in the wrestling community. So hopefully, you know, you have a speedy recovery and you know you come back stronger than ever. But let's take a quick break. Like I said, we put a pin in that inner circle situation.
Yeah, continue complaining and giving threes out.
We'll take a quick break to our sponsors, the people who keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. Shouts out to Conan one more time. We hope you have a speedy recovery. But
it's up for him and his family. I hope he's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Earlier, like 3-4 hours ago, that shit just broke. So I hope he's all right. You know what I mean?
It's crazy news. Then the situation we in with this pandemic, like this. So much happening left and right.
And let's not forget the fact that Conan is part of AAA, so he's probably in the mix when it comes to AEW and their booking decisions, especially with Ray Phoenix and the Lucha Bros and everything.
Yeah. So, Conan has been around for a long time, and his impact is far-reaching. So, once again we hope a speedy recovery. So we kind of put a pin on the inner circle situation, and I had my couple bars for it. You guys have any final thoughts as far as the Sammy Guevara, Pride and Powerful, and the Circle situation?
I mean, I'm
I'm a,
just
I'm a,
excited.
go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just excited for Sammy. You know what I mean? Like finally now he get to break out on his own, and he's an excellent wrestler. So I can't wait to see how this develops. I see a match probably in the future with him and MJF where he kicking his ass. So let's see what happens. You know what I mean?
So what I would want to say is that Sammy Guevara has been waiting for forever, and it's time now to take flight. He's been working so hard, very sleepless nights, and whatever his lyrics in his song and everything, all
All right, so let's move on to an exciting part of Dynamite that I'm really interested in. Is the AEW Women's World Championship Eliminator Tournament. So for those that are under a rock, this tournament is to determine the number one contender. It's a special tournament where we have an American bracket and a Japanese bracket. So the Japanese bracket, for the most part, is happening on YouTube. Well, a lot of these matches are happening on YouTube. Some are carrying over on Dynamite. So this one was a special one. We had Rio returning the first time since this COVID situations happened
In almost a year,
versus
at 11
Serena
months.
Deeb. What was
Yeah,
that?
they said that she hasn't been in the states like 11 months, some shit like
Yeah, it's almost a year.
it's
We're
crazy.
in February. In March, that's when they really started imposing all these
I mean,
quarantines. So we're almost a
back home.
year, a full year in.
So
I was
glad.
actually watching one of the last episode of last season where it was the COVID. We kind of shut down for a little bit over COVID-19 as well. So it's almost a full year dealing with the situation. So it's good to see Rio back,
Yeah,
especially versus Serena Deeb, who just has been an amazing addition to the roster, holding up that NWA Women's Championship, and really her and Thunder Rosa, that branch, that NWA branch, really has been a major contribution to the women's division, and it's the
oh, yeah.
reason why I feel like it's even remotely interesting right now. So I felt the ending of this match, I don't think they should have went in the direction they did. I do understand why. So obviously Rio returning, they booked her to win this match.
Yeah.
The match itself was pretty good.
It was very good. I did
It
Um,
like
was great.
yeah,
it.
the
Was
There
match
was
great.
itself was really fucking good. Like I
And they
said,
lot,
and they
lots
had some
lots of
minutes. They did like
reversals, lots of
they
transitions,
did a
lots of grappling.
they went like 20 minutes. I think they went like two commercials. Like they did a back to back picture picture, and then they did a regular commercial, and they were still wrestling. So they
yeah,
gave them
no, they gave them
they
a
gave them good
lot of
time,
time, a lot of
like
time.
at least 20 minutes or something. So
But
that was good.
I don't think just because Rio's returning that she deserves this win. It makes sense because Serena is the NWA Women's Champion, so she doesn't need to go through this tournament because she's already have a prestigious title. So I get that aspect, but I feel like you know we didn't even get no build up promos for her, nothing. So we didn't even know Rio's mindset going into
Yeah.
this, or if she's been training or what she's been doing. So uh, I felt like I felt like that just took it out, like took me out of the moment
Yeah.
for me. And Serena's been consistently doing her thing, uh consistently holding down the division. So I felt like I wanted to see her advance a little further into this thing. But Rio pulls off the win.
Yeah.
Kenny's gonna book his sweetheart, his number one favorite.
Finger toes, McFinger pangs. Gonna get caught with three hole playing the Sega.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what did you guys think about the match? What you guys think about the outcome?
It was a good match. I'm not tripping too much about the outcome. I give it an 8. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really a lot that really stood out either. They did play a lot to Serena Deeb's um fucking leg that been hurt, so she sold that for like half that second half of the match. You know, like she was barely able to walk type shit and all that. She was hitting the ground, but I thought it was a decent match. Like she fought through it. She's a tough woman. You know what I mean? Rio with the win. welcome back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next week they need to have a match between Serena and Riho again for the NWA Championship. Serena needs to get that win back.
She pinned the champ, so that makes perfect sense.
I ain't tripping.
You have to, like yo, if you're getting beaten in a tournament, like yo, you have to defend that title.
Yeah. They could save that for the pay-per-view, like probably like a pre-show match or something. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be mad at that either.
That's to say, but I'd rather see the AEW Women's Championship on a pre-show than the NWA Women's Championship on a pre-show right now.
We'll see what
and that's sad to say. You know there's more for me. There's more prestige in that NWA Women's Championship in the past couple months has been on AEW than the AEW Women's Championship in the past year.
Yeah, and Sheeta, but not taking that away from Sheeta. She's actually been putting on great matches, but she doesn't have the interest as much as we care. Like Serena,
Sheeta has been put to the side
and shit like that. Like
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
They bring Sheeta back when they feel like, oh yeah, we have to defend the Women's Championship. Sheeta don't get the shine that she's supposed to have, even being champion. The fact that another women's champion from another promotion came over, took your spot, took your shine, gave us better matches, elevating the women better than you in the short amount of time that they've been here, and elevated Serena. Like, come on.
And then it's like, yo, from what I'm seeing is all of the stories doesn't include Sheeta at all. Like we just saw Britt Baker with Thunder Rosa, you know what I mean? And that was something I was interested in. Before that, it was Britt Baker with the other girl that did the dentist office match. Like they're not giving her no stories either, defending that belt. Like she just has, all right, so you're the next number one contender. Okay, now you just face me. Like she's not really into nothing interesting. Even though I love Sheeta, like that was a dope match she did with Thunder Rosa. Like that was like a top 4 or 5, but like it's just there's no interest in it because they're not putting her in a position to be interesting. You know what I mean? Like that's my opinion.
I feel like they're given all the opportunities to certain nepotism performers, and just basically putting Sheeta to the side because she has promos where she spoke perfect English, better than Asuka. She has matches where she's doing a lot of things. It's just that who are you having her up against?
Yeah, she doesn't have no feud, no story, no nothing, no interest.
It's like you have the top competitor in your thing, but you have them facing a whole bunch of other people who are not really doing too much.
You had like the little bullshit with Abaddon, but that shit died out after the match.
That's because Abaddon died out. That's because Abaddon died out. Once my last match,
all of that died out.
She got exposed, bro.
Yeah, and it was because
she had the best looking gimmick in the world. But if you don't got that in-ring,
it won't matter. It won't matter. So it is what it is, but you know what I mean.
So, all right. So as far as the matchup goes, I'd give that one an 8.
I'll give it an 8. It was dope. It was long, a lot of reversals, hard hitting. Rio's an excellent competitor. I love her in-ring work. And Serena Deeb is the legend. What more can we say about her? You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I'll give it an 8.
What about you, Focus?
This is 8.5. Okay. And it would have been a 10 if Serena would have won.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, so let's move on. We have Jade Cargill in a video package with Shaq, and I got bars.
Yo, first off, I got bars. What are you doing in the ring? You got a match next week, Shaq. Shaq fool. You shacked in the fool right now, bro. You shacked in the fool right now. You should be on your own segment from inside the NBA. Put yourself on this segment. And then y'all wasn't even training. Y'all were playing basketball.
That's where my bars are.
JR was like, so we're going to go see a training video. Yeah, you feel me?
You're supposed to sell me on a wrestling match.
She over here shooting free throws.
Cargill and Shaq versus Cody and Red Velvet. You're supposed to sell me on the match. Why the fuck am I watching you play basketball? Why am I
You
watching
notice
Jay do
you notice that
layups?
he was making Jay do at all the things that he can't do, shoot
Yeah,
free throws,
Free throws.
run. The only thing that didn't show Jay do was fall
or dunk. But yo,
I don't want to see them play basketball to promo for a match.
or match.
I don't, because you know what? I already don't believe it's gonna be a good match.
No, I don't either.
I already think Shaq is trash.
I love Shaq, but
I love Shaq outside of wrestling.
We don't want to see him
But you're in a new world. I'm not judging you on basketball. I'm not judging you on your legacy with basketball. You're in the wrestling world. Show me video packages of you and Jade training, because you know what? Jade ain't shown me shit yet.
Nope.
Jade's been on TV consistently. Yo, and you know what? Even in the segments where she's beating people up, it's other people beating people up for. She ain't do shit this whole time.
Yo, I hope that means that she fucking a great in-ring worker, because they hiding showing her what she could
better
do.
Be.
She better
expect nothing less than.
She better be like a Chris Benoit, the best technical wrestler in the world, a powerhouse like Braun Strowman. She gotta have something if you're hiding it this long. There's something that Brandy Rhodes saw in her when she went to the school to go sign her herself to make the fucking feud. It gotta be something. Y'all putting the expectation way too high. Now y'all pairing her with Shaq. Y'all giving her the fucking biggest look right now.
Yeah.
A lot of women back there. It better mean something. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna get into the part yet.
When you pair people up with celebrities to pull in crowd, you have to put them with someone who's a pro at this. To mask the fact that the celebrity's there and it's just a gimmick.
Yeah, like
so I expect nothing less than perfection, because you didn't tell me on shit doing layups. Show me a drop kick. Show me a suplex. Show me a superplex. Show me super kicks. Let me see something.
A triple double.
Something, yo. Something. She better be.
Can I see a fireman's carry out this bitch? Like something.
Yo, if she goes in that ring and she starts botching all over the place, the bars we all gonna have on her is gonna be incredible. I'm fair warning. She better be dope, yo. Y'all hiding it for a reason. Y'all not gonna not mask her this long and not show her not doing nothing. So for this long, and she got one of the biggest looks in the right now. It gotta mean something. It gotta mean something. I hope it does. That's all I'm saying. Y'all got a fair warning. Y'all over here guys shooting free throws with Shaq. Like, come on. Why? Whatever.
That was a horrible build-up. Let's move on. We gave it too much life.
Who is Shaq to be teaching somebody free throws?
Word, right? Like,
wasn't he in a movie where his character could even shoot free throws, and that was the big thing of that movie, that he had to shoot a fucking free throw to throw a grenade out of a room.
Like, yo,
there's better ways to use your celebrities.
It better mean something.
I might get hate for it. Send all the hate mail to E.A.
Yeah, for this one, send
it all to him. But for my next,
if you're already a fan of Jay Cargill,
you want an example of how to use celebrities the right way? Look at WWE and how they're handling Bad Bunny.
At least they put him in there with Damian Priest, somebody we know could go. You know what I mean? That's already a piece. It makes sense. Yep. Duh. This doesn't make no fucking sense at all. So she better be dope. She better be fucking the best female wrestler y'all got. I can't wait now. That's the only interest I got. Because if she does like even one fuck up, she does an arm bar the whole match, I swear to God, I got bars all day. She better be in there doing everything. I fucking Spanish Fly. I want to see her jump off the top rope.
I need to see something great.
I need to see everything. She better be the greatest y'all got.
You want to move from one cringe segment to another cringe segment? Now Orange Cassidy up versus Luther. I'm just gonna say Orange Cassidy won. Me personally, I don't have any interest in anything about this match. It was my piss break.
It was a random match too. Like,
seriously, I took a piss. By the time I came back, the match was over.
It was like 5 minutes.
So it was not 5 minutes, bro.
No, it was like 5-7. It wasn't too late.
It was like not 5-10 minutes. This was minimum 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I used the bathroom and came back. It was over.
All right, you know what I mean? I mean, it
My
wasn't
bathroom
trippy.
is two rooms down.
Y'all could have put this on dark. There was no point for this match to be on TV.
The
Whoa,
fact
whoa,
that
whoa,
you
whoa,
even
whoa,
said
whoa,
it
whoa,
should
whoa,
be on
whoa,
dark.
Like,
Sad.
whoa.
The
no point.
fall
First
of
and
Orange
foremost,
Cassidy.
we just had a whole discussion saying that they need to keep Chaos Project off of dark.
My bad. Go check that out, y'all. It's up right now on YouTube.
You know where he should be wrestling? In the Nightmare Factory's YouTube channel, where they have the up and coming trainee wrestlers that that EA wanted to see a whole bunch of nobodies. So they gave him that show.
I don't disagree with that.
Like, yo, I don't get it. I like Serpentico, like he's dope, but I don't get it. It didn't matter. Yeah, just gave a free win to fucking Orange Cassidy. It was what it was. You know what I mean? A 5. I give it a 6.
I would have been upset if Orange Cassidy lost.
Nice.
This is a 1.
I give it a 6.
This was a 1, and I said it when the match started. This is going to be a 1.
Yeah, I had no interest on it. I can't even comment on this match.
Either no build up, no nothing, no make no point, no sense, whatever. Fuck it. Well, anyways, next up.
All right, so next up we have the Icon Sting.
Dang.
So Sting finally makes his way out, and he has intentions on speaking finally. The moment he goes to speak, he's interrupted.
It was the other way around. FTR came out first and called them out.
First of all, it's not even FTR.
FTR.
Team Taz came out.
Taz.
I know I fucked up. Team Taz came out first and they called.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did call him out, but as soon as he spoke, they whooped his ass.
Yeah, once he threw the bat, then they fucked him up.
He ain't say nothing.
You know what I mean? It was what it was. Broke out. Darby ain't pop up. Nobody.
You need that bat. That's right, Sting. You always needed the bat. He throws the bat. The point of this promo, this whole segment, was to prove that Sting can take a bump.
That's what you think it was?
That was
the psychology.
What was the only purpose of this promo?
I don't fucking know.
Darby was non-existent.
Because Team Taz needs a segment every week.
They're trying to keep Sting to bring in the viewers, the old school viewers,
to keep it relevant, yeah,
and keep this relevant. But this was to prove that Sting could take a bump. He took a power bomb from Brian Cage.
Yeah, and he knocked the shit out of him with that power bomb too. That was stiff.
Bro, I cringed. Literally, I was like, "Oh no, is he all right? Is he all right?" And it's like I shouldn't. Normally, I wouldn't even cringe like that, but I know your neck is fucked up. Yeah, you almost paralyzed yourself with a similar move from Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
So it was the turnbuckle power bomb, but power bomb, same concept.
Yeah. So
he stood down after that for a long while. They had this cool little camera hovering above him, showing the above view of Sting laid out.
Got knocked the fuck out, Cam.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, the segment was it was short too, short and sweet. Ass whooping. They walked out. It was what it was.
Yeah. What do you think about Sting having this match? I don't want to see it happen. I don't
know, man. I like we always discussed it. It didn't make sense with him teaming with Darby Allin. They just doing it because of the face paint. I guess that's the analogy. There's no history. There's no story. They did the promo a couple weeks ago, and the shit still ain't make no fucking sense. So they did was just attack Team Taz. They ain't really talk about what their connection was and what the fuck is going on. Is he training him, managing him? What the fuck? But I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. If he wants a match, he wants a match. Look at fucking next week. Next week they got Tully Blanchard wrestling. Like, look, we're gonna get to. I got boss for that later, but
yeah, but I don't think Tully's gonna actually do any wrestling, actual wrestling.
Oh, he will.
He is.
Marco Stunt's in the match. You guys forget.
Oh yeah, he's gonna toss Marco the fuck around. With that being said, let's move on.
Yeah, like
Eddie Kingston promoting for his main event. And his reasonings for being in the
wait. His reasoning or Tony Khan's reasoning for shitty booking?
Yeah. That's better. That's definitely a better way to put it.
I plead the fifth.
That whole fucking family, Lance Archer, John Moxley, Good Brothers, Young Bucks, Kenny
That's triangle.
Death Triangle. What the fuck is this story about? Like, outside of the fact that a couple of these people have matches coming up.
Oh, we forgot Kenta too.
They just need some way to get on TV, I guess. They looking for a reason to get on TV. I don't fucking know. I can't call it either. How many times we're gonna see Moxley and Eddie Kingston go at?
You know what's my biggest frustration with this whole situation between them is you compare everybody up in this match except for Lance Archer. That's the biggest problem with this for me. Archer's supposed to be this dominant. Everybody dies. Not they die, but they stay.
We cool.
Everybody dies. Not they live. They good.
They cool.
But everybody dies. So this goes against who Lance Archer is.
And why they changed him back to a face or a tweener now? Like I like the better as a heel. Like he running around bringing people in the ring. He just beat up in the back.
Ceilings, throwing them in garbage cans, putting them through walls.
Like, I like that beast mode he was in when he first got there. He was on fire. You know what I mean? I don't know. They dumbed him down. It is what it is.
There's too many heels. There's too many heels. That's why.
That's definitely something that's happening. But overall, I think the promo was good.
But yeah,
Eddie Kingston, anytime he's on the mic, he's amazing.
And John Moxley, they could do a promo all day. They could promo a whole show, and the shit would be entertaining as fuck. Like
so, from one good promo, we segue to some super cringy, horrible. Well, you know what? I was gonna say they could have cut another segment to make time for the entrance, but you know what? They could cut this entire segment out completely, gave TH2 their entrance, and possibly gave someone else a match instead of this bullshit, horrible, pointless.
Say it with your chest.
Disgusting.
Sloppy.
This promo is disrespectful to me and this wrestling business. Kenny Omega reads the Young Bucks book to kids at school. The cleaner.
Your boy.
So who's actually going to believe that little kid's going to know who the fuck Kenny Omega is?
Is what it is.
In the past year, there's a chance the kids might know. Past 2 years.
How? Because Kenny barely fucking wrestles.
I mean, they're on their second year of TNT.
It is. I ain't got no words. I'm clueless.
You have 2 years to get the kids fan base. My point is this.
I'm clueless. What the fuck?
You go all the way to a school to read to children. You open up a page. You finally get to reading after fucking delaying and putting yourself over in a way that was not funny, not important, cheesy, and cornballish. And then you start reading. When Kenny and Okada fought at the Tokyo Dome, business picked up. That's literally all he read. Then Callis like, oh, we gotta go. Yeah. Oh, sorry, kids. Yeah, sorry, we gotta go. So we're supposed to believe, one, that these kids are super huge, big fans of Kenny Omega. One, we're supposed to believe that in a charity event that you're supposed to read to children, you only read 5 seconds just to throw a pot shot at your best friends
and broke out.
So all of that just to put over the dissension between the elite.
It is what it is.
This storyline. And mind you, all those kids probably had to get COVID testing
just to be in front of
just for this kind of game.
It's facts. Y'all went through all this just to give us this trash. It wasn't funny. It wasn't entertaining. it just furthers a point in the story that sucks.
I will legitimately
That sucks.
confused. I was like, okay, he's in the school. Like,
I'm gonna hold my bars for after this match.
I really don't have much to say. Like, I'm
He leaves.
confused.
He ends
It
up
is what
leaving
it is.
Nakazawa to play with the kids and read to the children,
Gotta-
whatever the case may be.
And the kids beat up Nakazawa like they know who the fuck Nakazawa is. And if
He
it's
got-
like, yo, if they know Nakazawa, then they see him take off his thong in the middle of the match because that's all he does. So what you're trying to say is that you're perpetuating watching kids having men take off thongs in the middle of their match.
And you're gonna put this creepy motherfucker in a group full of children.
Like, I quit, yo. All right, next segment.
But yeah, you guys don't want to say this Dynamite is not a one.
Anyways,
You can't be a one if you actually have good matches.
next
Right.
segment. I'm done.
Jesus Christ, that segment was crazy.
I did not need that picture in my fucking head.
Me either.
But go ahead.
But anyways, let's move on. We got the AEW World Tag Team Championships, the Young Bucks versus Santana and Ortiz. Proud and powerful. The first time they've ever gotten a chance at those titles.
Word.
The matchup, awesome, great matchup. I did enjoy it. He has the entire they have the entire inner circle out. MJF obviously it gets some interference, gets caught, and causes the entire inner circle to get kicked out. Okay.
Of course, MJF got to fuck it up.
Of course, it's MJF. It's obvious. They're not even being subtle about this fucking storyline.
It don't make no sense.
At least make us believe he's trying to be a part of this group. At least you guys. I've enjoyed not being a part of it.
We see a Jericho MJF rematch coming up. It's gonna be a breakup along the line. Just get to it already.
Because you're not making us believe that he's a part of this group or legitimately a part of this group.
It's dragging way too long, yo. It's dragging way too fucking long. It is
honestly, AEW in recent months, they've been plateauing. All the big storylines from last quarter and their last event, no progress. Orange Cassidy and Jericho. Yeah. Cassidy's back doing nothing much, even though that's part of his gimmick, like Focus said. You got Jericho looking like a clown. All the prestige of the inner circle in the beginning days, a year removed, you look like idiots. Straight up.
That was amazing.
And they're all that was at one point my favorite part of AEW.
Before Brody Lee joined the Dark Order, because I thought the Dark Order was kind of cringe in the beginning when he joined.
And the circle was holding us down.
He turned that whole team around, but this was originally my stable in AEW, more than the Elite. You know what I mean? When they were stable, the inner circle, but now it's like y'all just got bland. Y'all gotta throw some sazon on it or something.
We need.
Y'all got no type of flavor right now. You're not cool.
Need a shock to the system or something to happen in AEW outside of this Bullet Club mess. That is gonna
The Dark Order right now is on fire. Like they the stable right now in AEW. That's really and they really getting matches like that.
The thing is, they're not booked to be the top stable.
That's crazy. You feel me? And they more entertaining.
All right, so the match itself.
Let's put it like this: John Silver and Alex Randall still hasn't won more matches than they lost.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He is so popular right now. John Silver is on fire right now.
And they're the best part of Dark Order right now. Outside of Evil Uno,
he's hilarious. And he's
outside of Evil Uno and Stu, they're the best part of Dark Order.
And I like him in the ring. Like John Silver get busy, bro. Like he's like a pit bull. I mean, a short pit bull that just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like they got to do something. They got to start giving them proper pushes and put some respect on their name. They really turned around this past year, man. And all kudos to Brody Lee, rest in peace. But now that he's gone, they still got that. They still elevated. They still there. You know what I mean? They ain't lose no steam. They still hot.
Yeah. So this matchup to me, honestly, was like a good 8. I did enjoy the overall match.
It was a dope match. Definitely.
What I hated about the match was how it ended. The Ortiz ends up stalling after having an advantage
The best.
He's the best, the best, the best. I was into it. I was loving it. Goes in, roll up, is over.
Yep. The most devastating move in history.
A great match ends in a roll up, and it it just took down. This would have been a 9 to me. It really took it down for me the way the match ended. The big news coming out of this match though was the aftermath of the Inner Circle coming back out
and they
beating down the Young Bucks noticeably while the Inner Circle was beating down the Young Bucks. Pride and Powerful would definitely like just sitting there like fuck man, like we lost. So I think that storyline is gonna push forward as far as them realizing they're not the tag team they should be, and eventually it leads to them leaving the Inner Circle or getting placed in that prominent role. I see it like this: come Revolution, the next feud needs to be Proud and Powerful versus MJF and Jericho. That needs to be booked. That needs to be the next way. This has to be the catalyst for them to say, Sammy was right for leaving. Sammy was right for telling us about our position. And the Inner Circle's not what it is anymore. And that's not even largely because of MJF. It's Jericho. Jericho's decisions have led him this way because Jericho is fully aware of MJF's actions, but you rather see Sammy Guevara leave than kick the motherfucker out.
That's starting the shit, yeah.
So the other big news coming out of this, when Inner Circle starts attacking them, we have
Kenny, the Good Brothers, and Don Callis in the back.
We got the cleaner. Is he the cleaner? This ain't the cleaner to me.
He's watching the whole shit, and he's like, "Yo, I don't know. Should I go out there? Blah blah blah." He's over here second guessing.
This version of Kenny Omega's cleaner is nothing but garbage, Gainer.
Trash.
You can't even see the trash.
It's so trash.
It's so trash you can't even see it.
Like
you can't even see it. Look, boom.
That's how trash it is.
Garbage, Gainer.
It better mean something. I hope Moxley takes the belt back. Fuck it at this point.
These dudes end up staring at the TV for 5 minutes, watching the Young Bucks get beat up, and acting like, "Oh my god, what should we do?
What should we do? What the fuck you think you should do, motherfucker?
Should we go out there?" It's fucking dumb. It's dumb. We know y'all don't fuck with the Bucks. Why is this storyline getting stretched? Why? Then y'all go to BTE right after, and y'all gonna make a dumbass segment about dick and balls with the Good Brothers.
In his pants.
You're gonna see that on BTE probably next Monday, right after this stupid shit. But they already did this y'all before. This part of the story already happened, where you guys were in a position that y'all needed your Bullet Club brother help, your elite brothers help, and they procrastinated. This happened already. This is the problem with pay-per-views that are quarterly, and you want this specific story to be dragged out. Long-term storyline booking does not work 100% of the time. Pick and choose the storyline thread that deserves long-term booking. You cannot pull the thread of the deceit, the manipulation of the Good Brothers as early as they did, and still keep us entertained with the Bucks still entertaining that bullshit.
Like y'all blowing it, y'all keep blowing it. It is what it is, you know what I mean?
And then Kenny, the best friend.
Doesn't make no fucking sense.
If you're trying to milk the fact that you're a heel, you want to drift into the real cleaner would have fucking V-triggered Matt and Nick on day one. Remember when I told y'all if y'all leave with me, there's no turning back, and y'all stood? V-trigger. One Wing Angels to both of them. Like, they should have been done the moment the Good Brothers debuted. They should have been done. They should have offed the Young Bucks. It shouldn't be MJF and Jericho versus the Bucks. Why y'all stretch that past Revolution? Why? Now you got us in a trash Inner Circle story, and now you got us in a trash Young Bucks / Bullet Club / Cleaner / Impact Infusion / New Japan Infusion storyline that is so convoluted and added so many unnecessary elements that y'all don't even know how to keep it up anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense right now. And the end game look like it's gonna be trash. Like it doesn't even matter who wins, who loses. Like you already made the story so trash that the end game we won't even give a fuck.
This
like,
was
we
stupid. This was stupid. The Good
So-
Brothers
so
end
what-
up
what-
after 5 minutes running down and not even clearing house. They acted like they was clearing house and Inner Circle just left.
Yeah, but whatever.
What you was gonna say, Focus?
So here's what should have happened. Proud and Powerful should have won the tag team championships tonight and set that up for MJF and Chris Jericho versus Proud and Powerful.
Yep.
Have the ascension lead up into the storyline right there. Then boom, the Young Bucks challenge the Good Brothers for the Impact titles at Revolution. You see how easy that was?
Simple.
You see how
Focus
easy
deserves
that
a
was.
slow motion clap on this one because it took someone with no writing background, with no history of creative booking, no history in wrestling business to be able to pull off all your storylines in one fucking thought.
That makes sense.
Come on, bro. The
Right.
fans are pulling this shit together quicker than the bookers backstage. You guys are still on your high horses of being the front of this revolution that you guys are plateauing. Let's put a pin on this. Let's take a quick break to our sponsors, the people who keep the lights on, keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving.
Back, y'all.
And we'll be right back after these messages.
But more complaining.
And we're back. We left off with this Inner Circle, Elite, Bullet Club,
Whatever.
drama, mess, whatever you want to describe it.
That's the fuck.
You guys have any last thoughts on the match, on the segment, as far as the Bucks?
Oh, there's other things that I wanted to mention. Brandon Cutler came out to help the Young Bucks.
Cutler, of all people, was the first one out for the Bucks.
Salute
And we
Brandon.
got these dudes playing like, should we? Shouldn't we? Should we? Shouldn't we? Horrible. You know what? I hope that means they're elevating Brandon Cutler to at least something.
Yeah.
I don't see him in any way, shape, or form a champion, but at least not yet. But at least I hope that means they elevated him to do something.
Yeah, for real.
So
I ain't got no thoughts. I thought the match was dope. I give the match like a 7.5. The match was actually
I think you didn't get to rate the match. I rated the match at 8.5.
Yeah, it was definitely a dope match, but I ain't got no words for the school shit with Kenny. The after the fucking match, you don't know what to do. I don't got no words. I'm good. Good, bro. Like,
all right. So earlier we was talking about at the start of the show, TH2 did not get their entrance, and I felt like the time that they could have cut out to give them the entrance was Brandy Rose baby gender reveal. I appreciate the fact that they are very transparent with the fans as far as the situation with Brandy, why she wasn't in storyline, but that's about it. Why are we taking up TV time? Can't even give TH2 an entrance, but you can take up time to come out, give a promo where you could have just revealed in the video package that obviously production spent money making for you guys.
I did like 3 minutes of his entrance of Cody's
Right.
entrance just to get
you did the whole video package where you could have just did a reveal there. You let Cody and Bradley have their own entrance, and then you have pyros and stuff to reveal the baby gender stuff. Cool.
So you're trying to say the gender reveal had a gender reveal?
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, they had a promo with Bradley revealing that they're gonna do a gender reveal just so they could come out and do a gender reveal.
That's
Yeah, right. They're consistent with.
That's a 10. That's a 10 off the strength that it's a gender reveal for a gender reveal. It's a 10 promo. Fuck
Nah, this was unnecessary. This could have been on Twitter. This could have been.
Congratulations to them. You know
This
what I mean?
was a BTE segment.
Facts.
This was Sammy Guevara's vlog segment.
First of all, Cody's banned from BT.
Yeah, so this was a Sammy Guevara's vlog segment. This could have been.
You know what I mean?
It could have been anything
That
but
could have put a video on Twitter or
on
something, on Facebook,
Dynamite.
Instagram.
This could have been a Nightmare Factory, Nightmare Family.
You know what I mean?
Anything.
Congratulations to them, but
or like we said, could have gave TH2 a proper entrance, because what better way to make people actually maybe start to give a fuck if they actually had an entrance?
Yeah, so,
not just hey, random guy 1 and 2 standing in ring waiting for the real stars to come out.
So I'm not tripping too much. I'm
congratulations to them. Critique aside, congratulations once again to Bradley Rose and to Cody Rhodes. God bless you guys. God bless the baby. They revealed that it was a girl.
Yeah, which is dope. You know what I mean? Congratulations. But I ain't got no words, wasted time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So next up, we get a really great match and a debut as well. FTR versus Matt, and debuting Mike Sydal. So the Sydal brothers are officially in AEW. Is his brother signed? I'm not sure if
I don't know.
If they actually
signed him.
I don't know if that counts, but son look dope. Like he get busy. You know what I mean? He's his younger brother. JR was saying that's Matt Sydal's younger brother, and he actually could go. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see if they're gonna sign them together, make them a tag, what happens in the future. But this was definitely a dope debut for him. I ain't mad at it.
You know it was dope. But I guess the Sydals, just keeping in with continuity, they both like to botch on their debuts. So yeah, he definitely had a spot in this match where it didn't look as bad as his brother.
Yeah, like that one looked as scary as fuck.
It looked like he might have destroyed his neck.
Like yo, shout out Will Hobbs, yo, he saved his life, Will Hobbs.
You know hopefully they credit Nakazawa for putting some oil on the mat, and that's probably why he slipped and botched his move in his debut. Continue that storyline, maybe.
Whatever.
But overall, the match was great. I give it a 9.
Yeah,
honestly, for the simple fact that that one botch aside, great showcase for a new talent, great showcase for a possible future tag team. FTR does what they do best and teaches people how to actually tag team wrestle.
Yeah,
like how to actually follow tag team rules and how to actually pull off a well thought out psychologically tag team match. Yeah. So FTR being dominant, I forget their fucking names because of their switch over.
And Cash Wheeler.
Dax and Cash.
Well, the one that's not bold, which was that one?
That's Cash.
All right, so Cash, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but that man looks like a monster.
He's on his beast shit right now.
He looks like a monster right now. I'm like, yo, he looked like he could be a heavyweight champion any day of the week if he wanted to.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So overall great match. Like I said, FTR obviously pulls off the win.
Yeah.
What are your guys' grades on that match before I move on to the
give it an 8.5. Dope debut. You know what I mean? I'm interested to see what they go forward with the Sydal brothers. I guess that's what they're gonna call them. They ain't got no name yet. Just want to see what happens with him. You know what I mean? Dope match though. FTR being dominant, old school field fundamental. They like the Tim Duncan of tag team. They like just fundamentals. You know what I mean? Like you can put them in there with anybody and they make it look good. You know what I mean? So, but dope match. One of the high spots of the night. You know what I mean? Definitely.
What about you?
AEW has too many tag teams.
That's a fact.
That's true.
This would probably make the Sydal brothers the 18th tag team in AEW.
Dark Order alone has like 3 tag teams in one group.
Yeah, they got like it's crazy. And then the inner circle is all tag teams, right? Quote unquote. Like,
well, they lost one, so now they're down to Pride and Powerful and.
I don't know because they could just put Hager and Wardlow together.
Wardlow, you know what I mean?
Forgot about Wardlow.
They can still do dumb shit like that, but yeah.
So, what do you rate the match, Focus?
It was great. You know, they both did what they had to do. Matt still green, which is obvious, but it was still good. It was a good showing for both of them. I liked it when Matt was fighting them both off and everything, and it just shows that he's still good in the ring despite what his limited aerial background, what he did before, but now he's more technical. So
Yeah.
All right. So FTR wins, and then FTR attacks them at the end of the match, and then we get Jurassic Express to make the save. They made a cool little video package of
Luchasaurus. I
old
thought that was
mask.
dope.
Yeah, Luchasaurus old mask have like a light shine on it, and then when he came back, the lights were out. The lights came back on. They were in the ring. He had a new mask on, which was the same exact mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, they end up making the save, looking strong. Jungle Boy's looking less Jungle Boy. We need to just straight up start calling him Jungle Jack Perry or something.
He's getting busy, man. I like him a lot.
Or just Jack Perry, bro.
He might be the most improved.
It's funny because they gave him Tarzan Boy like 2-3 weeks ago, and now it's like, yo, you're not Jungle Boy no more.
Yeah,
he's looking like The Rock when he played in Jumanji. You feel me? But yo, shout out Jungle Boy, the most improved right now. I like this story between the FTR and the you know what I mean with them.
That honestly, that's one of the better tag team stories that's happening right now.
Going on right now. I ain't even mad at it. I can't wait for them to get busy with each other in the ring. I think that's for Revolution, right? That's at the pay-per-view.
I think so. I don't think they have an official match for the Revolution, but they definitely have that matchup on one of the Dynamites coming up with Tully Blanchard.
Oh, yeah. That's next week.
That's next week. Yeah, that's next week.
Absolutely right. That was just announced that next week is Jurassic Express versus FTR with Tully Blanchard in the wrestling. Like, I don't know. I saw that. Like, I don't know how to feel right now. Where the fuck is Sean Spears? I could have put Sean Spears in that match.
See, the thing is, the last that I know, Tully Blanchard doesn't have any neck injuries or any like real career-ending, life-threatening situations going on. Outside of the fact that he's advanced in his age. With that being said, I think that's what makes it different between him and the Sting situation. Sting situation was pretty fresh. The man was almost paralyzed. Not only that, I feel like FTR is going to protect Tully.
Of course.
Tully's not going to do much. And if he does anything, like Focus said earlier in the show, it'll more than likely be with Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
So
I ain't tripping too much about it. I don't have major expectations. I'd rather just see the.
That's why I'm not raging like I am compared to Sting.
I ain't tripping too much about it. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Salute Tully. He's getting back in the ring. How long is that? 10, 15 years, 20 years? Like, you know what I mean? Like, salute that man. It is what it is.
Yeah. So next up, we got Jon Moxley cutting a promo on Eddie Kingston, cutting a promo on Kenta, and cutting a promo on whatever version of Kenny Omega this is.
So, bro, yo, his promo game, bro, top notch. He's
always believable. I'm not gonna dwell too much on this segment because it's just typical Mox.
Yeah, Mox still being him. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
But this ends up leading to what I believe is the main event, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, the main event of the
right after the segment it goes.
So it's let's see. It was
the family Eddie versus Lance Archer, Ray Phoenix, and Jon Moxley.
Yes, Butcher Blade, Archer Phoenix.
This match was actually good. I just thought it was like a little bit slow. Like they didn't really pick up until towards the end. Shout out to Lance Archer. He did that cannonball from the apron outside to the 3. I thought that was fire. I didn't expect him to do that shit. I thought he was gonna do like a regular fucking. He did a cannonball on him, but it was dope. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing too crazy about. You know what I mean? We saw that if we knew that they were gonna take the win, and then of course they did the right call. It was Moxley pinning Eddie Kingston instead of the other two, so it continues on with that story going on. But I thought it was a dope match. I give it an 8, all in all. Wasn't too many spots that I could really remember that stood out. Like, you know what I mean? But it was dope.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like for the most part, the match was slow build. Probably had a little bit too much time.
Yeah, once Ray got tagged in, I think that's when the shit started. But it's always Ray Phoenix. Once Ray
he's
get it,
explosive and stuff.
yeah. So
Lance
I
Archer,
think I like
but
when Archer picked up Phoenix and just threw him onto the Butcher on the Blade.
yeah, like that was fire. You know what I'm saying?
I like Archer and everything he brings to the table. I feel weird seeing him now because it's like I don't know what his purpose is, like what side of the fence he's on, and it's like a weird transition for him.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense with Jake. Jake is a perfect heel promo. Like I don't see Jake doing
it's like
face promos
storyline wise. Why is he doing good things?
Why he came out like to help these niggas a couple weeks ago. Like it didn't make sense when we saw him make the save the last time. You feel me?
Because the first time it was because he was chasing Kenny for that world title because that's what he wants. This one is because Eddie Kingston challenged all three of them to a match.
Whatever, you know what I mean? I like him as a heel more.
I don't see any purpose for this to carry on, and I don't think it does anything for Archer chasing that title.
Unless it's gonna be that Moxley does take the title back from Kenny, and then Lance turns on John Moxley later on to challenge him for it.
He shouldn't be tagging with John Moxley, period.
But he owes him one. Remember, he lost to him before.
That's what I'm saying. So, he shouldn't be tagging with John Moxley, period, right now.
Like I like him Dolo running around throwing people through ceilings and Jake the Snake
so
out on the mic, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, you know what I mean? He's still the dominant beast. Like he did a couple of shit in this match that was kind of crazy, that cannonball. But you know what I mean, what he did with Ray Phoenix, but it just like character wise, it doesn't fit his character. It doesn't, my opinion.
Yeah, so everybody ends up scattering and doing their own thing, leaving Mox and Kingston in the ring by themselves.
Yeah.
He ends up hitting him with a paradigm shift DDT to finish the match.
Clean.
Moxley, after the match, though, ends up getting attacked by the Good Brothers. Lance Archer was nowhere to be seen, so
nobody else came back out to help.
Nobody helped him. So what was the point of all this unity if you were going to have unity? The Good Brothers beat him down. They hold him up. Kenny, who was so hesitant earlier in the show to help the Bucks because of his fucking shoes, all of a sudden has the power and will to V-trigger Mox twice and actually get involved in something. Then he announces that if Mox really wants a match, he'll give him his rematch because it is in the clause that Tony put that snuck in the contract. He keyword he uses, your boss, Tony Khan. So I don't know if that means he's an Impact wrestler or he's using his executive vice president role to act like he's not.
First of all,
employee of Tony Khan.
Even if he's an executive vice president,
you're still in the play.
Tony, all of them.
You're still
Tony,
in the play.
The owner, the CEO, the goat of the goats of all of them.
And the fucked up thing is that Don Callis isn't even a sane person on Impact Wrestling. He's not Scott D'Amore.
No, he's not.
So it is like.
So what is it going to lead to? Tony Khan versus Don Callis in the future? Like, what is going on here? What the fuck?
They don't know.
What is going on? Y'all got
they don't know. It's not even that the fans don't know. Y'all don't know.
Y'all got Private Party going to Impact Wrestling for their tag teams. You got their tag teams coming over here for their chicks.
You got Sammy Guevara leaving AEW for Impact.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is we gonna see a Tony Khan versus Don Callis or something? Like, what the fuck?
No.
As far as the Impact situation, I feel like they strung along a storyline instead of just saying we either bought Impact or we merged with Impact.
Yeah, y'all not making no, like, what's the end
Then
game?
once the opportunity for New Japan and that partnership came to the table, I feel like they were like, here's the toy we just got. Oh my God, a brand new fresh toy that we really wanted. And then now they're playing this juggling act of, okay, what the fuck are we gonna do with this? And that's why all of this story is convoluted. Moxley's beefing with Kenny, and he's beefing with Kenta from New Japan. The Good Brothers are beefing with anybody Kenny's beefing with, but doing side shots with the Bucks while still trying to be their friends. While the Bucks are beefing with the Inner Circle, while the Inner Circle's beefing with themselves.
And then Lance Archer don't have nothing to do with none of this shit. Or Ray Phoenix.
Lance Archer's just like, I want to do something, and I know it has something to do with this circle of guys. So I'm just gonna play my role.
Archer don't have shit to do with none of this shit, but they like, fuck it, I just put them two in there.
It was
so you can have
this is next level bullshit booking to me.
Next level, like what the fuck?
Am I interested as far as some elements of the story? Of course. I want to see where the New Japan.
Yeah, we can't know that shit go on.
That's the story. That's the partnership I wanted from the jump.
Yeah.
So I'm interested in that. Am I interested in the Impact shit? No, because I don't give a fuck about 90% of what Impact has to offer. Yeah. Give me their women's division. Give me a sprinkle of their stars, and that's about it. I could give a shit about Impact, the show, the production, the quality of their matches. I don't give a shit about Impact.
Yeah, and so and
you're not even making them important in this story.
Before I forget, because I did want to bring this up, because we got to backtrack. Trey Miguel re-signed with Impact. WWE didn't pick him up with the other two rascals.
Whoa! It's not that WWE didn't want to pick him up. It's that Trey didn't want to go to WWE.
Didn't want to go. Well, that's what I saw. Like they didn't sign him or whatever.
Because the thing is, Trey Miguel
classic on Takeover.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
Sunday. Go check out our review on the NXT Takeover Vengeance Day. We have a review up. Oh my god!
Because I kept asking, "Where's Trey Miguel?" That's my dude.
So the reason why Trey Miguel didn't sign with WWE is because he wants to, because he has a wrestling school where he's the head trainer, and he doesn't want to leave them guys.
Not only that, it's more than likely a conflict of interest, and WWE will find some way to make that a problem.
Yeah, so salute to Trey Miguel. He made the right decision. I wanted to see him with my peoples. Like I love the Rascals was mad entertaining at the trio. He was the one that was actually the funny one, in my opinion. And then the other two got busy, as we saw. They put the classic on Sunday. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out the way real quick. But
it seems like in Impact they're gonna give him a very strong push because he didn't sign with WWE.
Yeah. I fuck with Trey Miguel. That was my
reward loyalty. Look at the Undertaker. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, so
so do you want to know where this Kenny Omega rematch?
No, we don't know, man. What the fuck?
No, we know where the match is leading to. They're gonna have an exploding barbed wire death match.
What is this, Big Japan?
Didn't we just?
Why? Y'all could have done anything else. Y'all could have done anything else in the fucking world. Y'all gonna blow yourselves up.
But they did this already.
Shout out Renee Young. I hope you whipping his ass.
There wasn't explosives involved, but they did this already.
But it's like, yo,
they've already had a death match.
I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see it.
All I know is that I better see light bulbs. I better see pigeon spikes. I better see thumbtacks. I better see meat cleavers and styrofoam. I better see glass tables.
Guitar.
Fluorescent light bulbs, all type of shit.
All types of shit.
You're gonna give us this
I wanna see Joey Janela jump off another fucking roof and he's not even in that match.
Word. Some gotta give. But whatever. That's the big announcement. That was the whole thing.
I don't think they needed to go this route. The storyline ain't even that fucking serious to have a death match.
Whatever.
Oh my god. Because they did a screw job. My dude. You knocked him out with a microphone.
Like you could have done
that. Now we got explosives. This whole story is happening because he knocked him out with a microphone. You do realize that. This is why we have a fucking explosive
And he teamed
barbed
up with
wire
Don
death.
Callis officially. That when he won the title, that was when he officially teamed up with Don Callis. And
Now I
running
gotta worry about seeing somebody lose a fucking finger come
like,
Revolution.
I hope Renee Young is cursing him out like a motherfucker.
Like, are you fucking serious?
Where
You
I'm,
about to have a kid, so you decide to have a death
yeah,
match?
she's pregnant right now too, so let me go kill myself. My wife's pregnant, so I'm gonna go kill myself right now in a match.
At least I'll have the life insurance money.
The baby gonna take all my life insurance.
All right, so final thoughts. What do you guys think about the main event? What do you guys think about the promo?
I thought the match was dope. You know what I mean? Like I said, it wasn't nothing too crazy, not too many spots. I give it an 8. You know what I mean? I'm
What
not
about
mad
you,
at
Fergus?
that.
I give the match a 7.
I agree with the
Not
7.
too much.
I don't think it grabbed my attention enough. I think outside of the story after the match, nothing was really too important going on.
Yeah.
It was like if we were gonna get if we were gonna get these old storylines colliding, it should have been in separate matches. I would have rather see Eddie Kingston Mox 1-on-1 again. You know, finish that story arc on your own time, not in the middle of a New Japan, Impact,
And all this
AEW
crazy.
World Title Infusion, tag team story,
Yeah.
heavyweight championship story, um, um, owner of a company versus owner of a company story. Like, it's too much fucking going on, too much.
Way too
I
much.
think it suffered because of that, and we have a exploding barbed wire death match. Anyways, I agree with the 7.
Yeah.
Overall show, I think it'd be a 7.
It would be a 7 for me.
Some of the matches, it would have been high. It probably would have been a high 8, 8.5.
I say
Of
the
matches.
tag match,
But the storylines and the segments for me drag this down.
the Bucks and the Proud and Powerful match was the match of the night, in my opinion. Then maybe the girls right after Rio and Deeb, like the 1 and 2. Those are really the 2 standout matches for the night, in my opinion. But yeah, I'll give it a 7, 7.5. It wasn't nothing too crazy. The promos was just ridiculous. Like it didn't make no sense. None of them. None of the segments. The only segment that made fuck what was fire was Eddie Kingston's promo and John Moxley's promo. Everything else was what? You know what I mean? But
yeah. What about you, Focus?
If they would have done the AEW dark route and not have any storyline and just have a whole shitload of random matches, this probably would have been a 10. But this is Dynamite, and it has storylines, and we remember things of what happened in the past. This is a 5.
And he brought that shit up because I'm pretty sure going over the match and realizing some of the match was actually decent.
They were decent.
And that's what makes it worse. Like we remember the fucking promos more than the matches when the matches should really matter the most. So you know what I mean? But that's
remember, AEW is supposed to be the company that is matches first, wins, losses matter, etc. etc. But we could do this all day. With that being said, EA, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at EDOTA. That's at E.A. I'm also in the Facebook group, Kayfabe at Facebook. Leave your like, share, subscribe, send your hate mail, your love mail my way. I'm the Petty God officially. You know what I mean? That's my new AKA on here.
All right, Focus.
All of the petty shit.
All right, Focus. I know you change your handle every other week. Where can they find you this week?
You can find me on Instagram, Tenshi_Muyo. Find me on the Facebook. Like, share, subscribe all our YouTube videos. Listen to us on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Castbox, Xbox, PlayStation.
Boy, he rounds the list off of shit we're not even on. You can find me and all of us collectively at Kayfabe Avenue on Instagram, on Twitter, on the Facebook group. Like they said, join the conversation. Like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube. And speaking of subscribing, hit the support link on Anchor, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you're listening to us. We're on all major streaming podcasts. And like I said, this has been Kayfabe Avenue, the Dynamite wrap-up. Has been E.A, Kayfabe AJ, and Kayfabe Focus. Kenny, whatever version.
Do we really want
Whatever
one
version?
You want to do Kenny or Stone Cold this week? What are you up? How you
Are
feel?
we gonna do Stone Cold in
Dynamite, bro?
AEW?
You know what I mean?
That don't
Like,
make any sense. You see what happens?
so you know what? You got to
See
get
what
a
happens?
You got to get a
JR
Moxley
calls
now.
Kenny Omega the WWE champion this week, and we got EA talking about let's have Stone Cold take out a Dynamite show. You see what happened, JR? It's live. It's spur of the moment, right,
You gotta
JR?
change that then. You got to change that because Kenny's not the cleaner no more. So now you got to change.
You know what?
somebody else.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say,
Well,
we
give
should,
it
just
to
have,
Jake
we
Snake.
should just have Jim Cornette just take us home.
Yeah,
It's like, fuck
Well,
it.
we need to consider a moment where the shows are so bad. There's so many bars.
You put Cornette on
You
it.
put Cornette at the end, but whatever version of Kenny Omega this is,
Yeah.
Or Rey
take us
Mysterio.
home.